Okay. So, hi, my name is Raj Holness, and I'll give you a bit of an insight of my upbringing. We had a family background. I was brought up in a Sikh family with two sisters, two brothers, my grandfather, my mum's dad, who absolutely loved me. That was my first and only encounter of real love in a home. We had family businesses from as far back as I can remember, different types of businesses, and we were taught to work in these shops and how you work business and do business. I remember my mindset being really conformed to how our family was. There wasn't really fun and laughter and jokes and affection in the right way. Everything was horrific. Everything was graphic, in the verbal abuse to the physical to the emotional, even down to being sexually abused, which started from a cousin, a family member, and then escalated to others. I remember again being taught that you don't talk about things. So you learn to keep quiet and blame yourself. And I think that's what I did for most of my life. I blamed myself. So therefore, there is no one to talk to because you're the bad person. You're the one that's doing things wrong. So therefore, you have to be quiet and deal with it. So to break free from that was really difficult. I couldn't break free. I couldn't come out of it. From as far back as I can remember, all I've experienced or known was abuse, from as far back as 5. And I remember my first encounter of verbal abuse, being told that I would never amount to anything, that I was never going to be loved, and not quite understanding what I had done wrong. So growing up, really abuse was all I had known. Cohesive control is the name that it's given now. At the time, I didn't know. It was just how our family was. You know, you're told what to wear, how to dress, how to be, how to act, who you can talk to, who you can't. So all of those things were what controlled my life. Growing up, not knowing who you can be or who you can't be. But really, I remember just as far back as I can hating my life, wanting it to be different, wished it had been different, couldn't understand why it had to be me, but really having no one to talk to because that's what we were taught, that you don't talk to anyone, you don't talk about what happens in your home outside of your home. So it was a very lonely journey growing up, not really being able to articulate what was happening, not even understanding it myself. I remember trying to cope in as many ways as I could because every attempt of suicide didn't work. Um, and remember thinking there must be something wrong with me because why am I not able to even die? But again, putting on this mask and this smile and putting your best foot forward, and that's how we were taught. Whatever happens at home stays at home. So it became normal. I use the word grooming for my experience quite a lot, and I find that when you're taught from a young age in how to be, how you act, how you look, how you respond, all of those things, they're groomed. You're being groomed into the person they want you to be. So simple things of thinking for something for yourself was unheard of. It sounds crazy now when you think about it, but at the time, you didn't know how to be. You'd have to ask permission to go to the toilet. Everything was measured by your time and how long you were here or how you acted. So everything was a process until you lose yourself. And that's what I found out over the years. I'd lost Raj. I didn't know who I was, what I liked, what I didn't like, silently dying inside. I think the change came from when I was introduced to the guy that I was supposed to be getting married to. I was being taken to India